I'm Grant Tapsell. I'm Fellow and Tutor in History at LMH, and I've been in that role since 2011. The general area of history I'm interested in is the early modern period, so the 16th and 17th centuries, particularly the history of Britain and Ireland. I'm particularly interested in the Stuart period. I'm particularly interested in the interface between religion and politics in that era, and between the three kingdoms of England, Scotland and Ireland, their interchange. I've written in the past about the development of early party politics in England, so the development of Whig and Tory politics in the 1680s. I'm interested in the interaction of the national churches of England, Scotland and Ireland. And at the moment I'm writing a study of William Sandcroft, who was the Archbishop of Canterbury at the time of the Glorious Revolution, who's fascinating both because of the volume of materials that he leaves behind him, particularly a lot of very self-revealing letters, and also for the kind of broad trajectory and arc of his career, which moves through tremendous successes into this crashing failure after 1688, where the new monarchs essentially ease him out of power. I think the value of coming to study history at Oxford is the size of the faculty. It's probably the largest in the world. Some people say that Moscow State has a larger faculty, but we're pretty close. And the variety of expertise that those people bring across a very wide-ranging curriculum is important. So the student has enormous choice about what they do while they're here. LMH, I think, is a particularly good place to come to read history because of the group of tutors who are here, and I would say that, of course, wouldn't I? I'm teaching the early modern period. My colleague, Professor Mike Browers, teaches modern European history. For more than 20 years, we've had a lecturer who is also a fellow of St Hugh's teaching medieval history, George Garnett. And at any one time, we have a modern British lecturer as well, usually a younger person building their career before moving on to a permanent job elsewhere. So we've always got 4 people on the go at any one time. And I think, although we're very different people, the thing that makes us all similar is that we love teaching. I'm sure we teach in very different ways, and the students would no doubt talk at length about how we're different, but we all care about teaching. It's, I think, the most important part of our academic lives. I was myself an undergraduate at LMH from 1995 to 98, distressingly long time ago, and I'm very conscious of the history of the teaching of history at this college. I think when you're appointed to a fellowship in Oxford, you're conscious of who your predecessors are. My predecessor was appointed in 1986, a wonderful man called Clive Holmes, who taught me and inspired me to go on to become an early modern historian. His predecessor, Anne Whiteman, was appointed in 1946. Her predecessor, Mary Coate, was appointed in 1922. So we're coming up to a century of solid and committed, if different kinds, of the teaching of early modern history at LMH. And I look forward, I hope, to continuing that for about another 30 years.